Well, hello there. Today we're painting the Scorpion Man. This is a multi-part metal kit from the Legends line. It's absolutely gorgeous. So I'm gonna get this all stuck together, and I'll get it all based up, and I'll give it a primer coat, and I'll come back and we can make a start. But this is going to be an absolutely beautiful miniature to paint. I've never painted this one, so super excited about today's paint. So we've got the miniature all stuck together. Like I say, it's a multi-part kit, so you had the 4 legs to stick on and the tail. But an absolutely beautiful miniature. And as you can see, I've added the primer coats. We've got some wood stained brown all over the Scorpion, and I have some of the buckskin pale for the sand effect on the base. Now today I'm just going to show you what I'm going to be doing with the skin. What we have here, we have some desert tan and some dragon white, and I'm just going to use those 2 colours to highlight the actual scales and skin on this miniature. Okay, so let's make a start. I'm just going to use a little dry brush here, and I'm going straight into my desert tan. And what I'll do as we move across the miniature, we shall then highlight it more with white. So we're going across all the scales. Let's get some angle. Yeah. There you go. So just like on the dragons, we're going up the scales. It's quite a tricky one because there's lots of little bits on this one. We'll be keeping a dark brown underneath this miniature, so of course that will be used as our shadows. So it's just layers on top of layers. So we'll put the first layer on like so, and then we'll add a little bit of white to our mix, and then we'll go on top of that, and we just build up the lighter colours the higher we go up. Really nice miniature, this one. I like this one. I'll say a quick congratulations to Reaper Miniatures. I don't think Reaper Miniatures watch my channel very often. They do watch it now and again, but if they do see it, I want to congratulate them on the completion of the new Dungeon Dwellers Kickstarter. It was a very good Kickstarter, and I think they did very well with the Kickstarter. So hopefully next year in 2024 we shall be getting our books and our miniatures from that Kickstarter. It was a really nice Kickstarter, and I'm really excited to get the books for the Dungeon Dwellers game. It's going to be fantastic. And of course I'll do loads and loads of painting videos on all the Dungeon Dwellers miniatures when they finally arrive. Now I do have quite a lot of the Dungeon Dwellers miniatures in metal, so I might start a little series doing all the Dungeon Dwellers miniatures from Reaper that I have to date. I've also got the box set as well. I've also got the box set of the Bones USA plastic Dungeon Dwellers miniatures, so I'll do a little show on that one as well as. Okay, so we've got some nice variations in colour there. What we're going to do now is I'm going to start adding the white to this tan, this desert tan, and then we start bringing out more details. So I'm just adding a little bit of white now. And especially on the front body here. And just pick out the muscles, hands, fingers, on the face there. And just on the highest areas, of course. White. See on the claws, so what we want to do is the tops of the claws tips, we want to get that to as light as possible, so we're just going from the top of the claw, working our way back, and that kind of blends in and makes it not only look nice, but it gives it a sharp effect, makes it look more menacing on the claws. Good. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, let's get this. Let this give it a couple of minutes to dry, and then I'll come back and we'll move on to the sword and the hair and start adding some details to this minute. That's perfect for what I want for all the actual scorpion. Very, very nice. Simple and easy. That's how we like it. This miniature is coming on fantastic now. As you can see, I've painted in the hair and all the claws and the back stinger there. And all I did, I used the desert tan, which we initially started with when we started doing the dry brushing of the whole miniature. So I've still only used the two colours. All I've used is desert tan and dragon white for the whole miniature. The only other thing that I've added so far is we got pirate gold and shadow silver by MSP Paints, and that is one for the actual sword and the hilt. Now what we're going to do is we are going to add a Agrax Earthshade brown ink wash to the whole miniature now, and I'm going to use a light brown ink wash for the sand. That'll give it a nice deserty feel to the actual base. So I will add that ink wash and then come back and we'll carry on from there. As you can see, just by adding the ink washes over the whole miniature, it has really transformed this into an absolutely beautiful piece. Now I used the light brown ink wash on the base, as you can see, and it's really nice. Now what I've done to give it the little darker and lighter effects on the base is I just added a few drops of water to the light brown ink wash, so that thins it out a little bit more, so you've got some dark patches and some light patches, and that's just by adding a little bit of water. And of course we used our Agrax Earthshade over the actual main body, and I used my tissue technique where while the ink wash is still dry, I've taken away some of the ink wash, like on the chest and on the the front of the claws there, makes it a little bit lighter, but all in all absolutely fantastic. So just to really finish off this miniature, what we're going to do is we've got some dragon white, and we're just going to paint the areas. You've got he's got a little like a bone necklace here, so we're going over white there, bone necklace there, and we also want to do some eyes, so I'm going to just add a couple of little white dots for the eyes. There we go, just like so. Now what else am I missing here? Oh yes, and we got some jewels on the actual hilt of the sword there, so we're going to just paint this in white there, and we'll probably go over those with a nice like a ruby red colour. I'm using the white seed. This will bring out the colours and make them really stand up a lot better when you add the reds or greens on top. So just some white there. Just there, just there. Okay, we'll just let those dry, and then we shall add some pupils and our colours to those jewels in the sword. Now I'm going to add a black ink wash over the silver, by the way, and we shall come back and finish those eyes. Okay, for the eyes we are using dragon black, so there's a tiny bit of dragon black onto my 20 brush, and just quickly putting in some little dots for the eyes. And there we are, all done. Simple as that. That's the eyes done, and now I'm going to wash my brush, and I'm going to use dungeon slime for those little crystals. I'm going to carry on using the same brush, just going into the dungeon slime. There we go, nice and close to the camera. And what we do here is just going over the whole white with the dungeon slime, and the same again. Now, all I need to do with this dungeon slime, just to give it a little highlight, is I'm going back into the dragon white. I'm just going to dot a little bit of dragon white on the highest peak of the green slime. There we go. So on top of the dungeon slime, just a little dot of white, and that gives a nice crystally effect to that sword hilt. So there we are, absolutely fantastic. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to finish off the base, and I shall give you a 360 of the finished miniature. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to put solid silver just along the blade there, because we've got our black ink wash here, and just along there we'll just add just solid silver, and that will make it look like it's got a very sharp edge.